Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is my quarterly club haul. Now, Scentsy Club itself is an amazing subscription service that Scentsy offers. You can subscribe on your consultant's website, or if you do not have anyone that you're working with, I love having club people. It is my favorite thing ever. And you can create a customizable plan where things are shipping to you on an automatic basis. And the most important thing about Scentsy Club is you can always get my bar perk. That is where you can have a scent. Right now we offer a bunch of limited time offers. It's the middle of October. We're buried in harvest and holiday, and it's coming and it's going. You can take any of those special bars or anything that's in our current catalog that you know will retire at the end of the season, safely put them in a club and get them for forever and forever. And that applies to Bring Back My Bar, anything that's limited time offer or anything that is going to go away for the season. And it is amazing. That is how I built up quite the hefty quarterly club here of things primarily in my quarterly club that are seasonal and just really special to me, rather nostalgic, things like that. But there are other things besides bars that you can put into your club. So when you get more than $60 US, and I don't know the price point Canadian, you unlock a half off item. And one of the more expensive things that you can get through club are washer whiffs. This is $30, and I don't like spending that much on this, especially when you have 3 women and a husband who has a pretty dirty job and everything has to get changed all the time. You go through a lot of laundry. So this for $15 is better considering how fast we go through it, especially. And then another thing that you could put into a club are your cotton cleanups, which are fantastic, especially for certain types of wax and people that are impatient. You know, it's really nice to be able to just drop one of these in the warmer. Those are $10 US, and so I would prefer to get that half off. So sometimes I'll use that in one of my clubs. Then the other thing that they do as far as a half off item, then another thing that they do that is incredible is they will give you the option to have a monthly club, a bi-monthly club, or a quarterly club, or 2, or all 3. And so then you learn how to deal with your different shipments and how they run and figure out, okay, so I really use a lot of bakery bars. So let's say that you fall in love with Cozy Kitchen, which is currently available. You can get it on the website as a brick, but you can put a bar in your club. So you know that you're going to want to carry a monthly subscription, and you're going to want Cozy Kitchen come to you every month, maybe 2 or 3 bars. And you can always drop down the quantity of a bar. You cannot increase it once it has retired, so just know that. So maybe start out with 3 of them monthly in your club. And then you realize I'm getting too much of a stack, so bring it down to 2. But be cautious, because like I said, once you put it down, can't bring it back up. And then maybe there will be other things where you don't want to carry it monthly. So you have a bi-monthly club or a quarterly club. Let's say you fall in love with Sleigh Ride, which is a current holiday 5-bar bundle kind of a bar. That one could go into a quarterly club. You can build that club up over time and save a lot of the things that are more nostalgic. Maybe you're going to like the Holly Jolly cider brick, but you want to have that as a bar for the next 10 Christmases. You put it in your quarterly. And so you have all these different options. You can even move things between frequencies. You would then be combining things, so be careful with that. And each frequency, you can skip it once in a 12-month calendar year. That is the only time that you can do it. If you do it in between there, anything that has the little retirement circle on it, you are going to lose that bar in your club. So just be very, very careful. If it shows red when you go to skip it, don't do it. If it shows orange and they're showing you the different fragrances, you can skip that. They're just telling you that the next time it better be 12 months from now. So I hope that that is enough information about all the things that we offer, and let's just dive into my wonderful, fantastic bunch of bars here. First off, I've got Pumpkin Cashmere, which I'm not keeping in my club. I just wanted another one of it. This is, and I'm just doing these randomly. I even opened the box upside down, not on purpose, but it makes it more of a surprise because I don't remember what I got in here. And that's another thing you can do. Club is shipping at $8 American rather than the typical $10 off the website. So if you just want a few bars in a hurry, you're getting 10% off on anything up to $60, and then you can unlock that half off item above $60. So it's a pretty good deal if you're just looking for a nice way to get things at a little bit of a discount and you don't want to just go order off the website. So the Pumpkin Cashmere, I want to have 2 or 3 to tuck away for next year. It is a very nice blend of pumpkin and sort of the cashmere woods and almost a little bit of pine cone and cinnamon. It's a very subtle smell, good for bedrooms and medium-sized zones. So this is not staying, but I just wanted another one because I gave away a lot of them for, thank yous to customers and things and samples and all that jazz. The next one is Vanilla Oud. Now here is a reason to have a Scentsy club. This is a bar that so many people in Scentsy wish that they were able to get their hands on. And we just can't right now because this hasn't been voted back for BBMB in many years now. And it's kind of sad, but you can see how old the bars are. There isn't anything, this is old packaging, and there isn't anything of the cute little scent categories on the bottom of this one. Now, it's still perfectly good. This is a wonderful bar. This is so smooth. So it's got the nice sort of leather and suede scent, and then it has the vanilla and it has the oud wood, and it is deep and it's dark and it's elegant and sophisticated. Now we've had a whole bunch of leather thrown at us lately, and I have put a few of those bars into my club. The Hometown Cowboy, you're not going to see that in this shipment, but Hometown Cowboy, the Under the Oak Tree, Saddle Up, I think that is in this club from this summer. The Vanilla Oud is more elegant, almost more like English riding kind of leather, or Patricia Gates always says it reminds her of the smell the royal family would have. And it's a little bit different. It's not a rugged and American cowboy at all, and I will be keeping that at my club for forever. The next one is Toasted Marshmallow, and here's another one that might not be quite as rare as your Vanilla Oud, but it's still hard to get your hands on outside of having it in your club. Oh, and Toasted Marshmallow is so good, you guys. It's just ooey gooey with some malt and that wonderful vanilla marshmallowy goodness. It is so good. This is a great mixer. It's very good with around the campfire, and it's good with other things. And of course, it's fantastic on its own. The next one I've got, this is a good one. This one, I am so glad. I do have two of these, I believe, still bi-monthly. Two of these quarterly. This is Sweet Orange and Evergreen, last November scent of the month, one of the most powerfully nostalgic smells I have had in forever. This smells just like mistletoe from Yankee. That's a tart. They still do it, I believe, in a jar candle. This is my childhood. This one in Cozy Fireside, which of course is also in here. The best holiday bars of all time for me. This year, I am really enjoying Sleigh Ride, which is a bar you could put in a club if you're starting a new one or you want to update your seasonal offerings. I really, really like Sleigh Ride, but this actually tugs on my heartstrings. And you know what I mean. There's a difference between a bar that you like and a bar that just does something for you. That is one of those bars. The next thing we've got here is Farmhouse Fur. Now, here's another treasure that I refuse to get out of my club, because it is so good. This is my November tree scent. This is sweet. Unlike your Sweet Orange and Evergreen, that is more classic Christmas. It feels very much like December. This feels like you're sitting around Grandma's stove. I love this in alternate warmers with another bar that will be available November 1st, which I took out of this particular shipment. I will be putting it right back in, and that is Homestead Holiday. This and Homestead Holiday are a fabulous pairing for a country Christmas. So this one's got really sweet fir needle, a little bit of, I think, cinnamon stick and some blood orange, but or maybe I just described Homestead Holiday. This one has ruby red grapefruit and cedar. Yes, I just described Homestead Holiday, too many bars. This has ruby red grapefruit and cedar and all the fir. And the sweetness of it is just phenomenal. I know most of you, again, have not seen this one in Scentsy in a long time, but if we could ever get that voted back for Bring Back My Bar, y'all will be very happy. The next one here is Vanilla Cream. This is a really good rich vanilla. It's actually a better performer than Simply Vanilla, which I keep in my bi-monthly club. And it's just plain, rich, lovely vanilla, like perfect French vanilla ice cream. Except this isn't quite so sweet. It's not ice creamy. It's just good home fragrance vanilla. The next one here is Summer Holiday, and this is my favorite scent of all time for summer, and they retired it 2 years ago, I think. Oh, you guys, it's so good. It's got a really nice tiger lily, amber, orange, and vanilla scent, and it's super complex. It just smells like summertime. It's really nice. The closest thing that someone else makes is Endless Weekend by Bath & Body Works. It's kind of like that, but not exactly. Next, we've got Saddle Up, which I was talking about a little bit ago. And this is still so good. Like the Hometown Cowboy, that one has a little bit more cologne, and the Under the Oak Tree has nice nuances of like an oakiness and apple to go with the leather. Saddle Up is just like really good suede. And I think Vanilla Suede's in my bi-monthly. You can tell I like those scents a lot. This one is just the happiest, and I will do a wax war at some point between this and a couple of the new ones that are in that Open Plains collection, but I bet this one's going to be staying because I really missed it when I couldn't get my hands on it, and that has the most fresh, like a fringe suede jacket kind of a scent. I love it. All right, next we have Sweet Plum Pastry. Here's another gem. I'm telling you, my quarterly club is very, very special bars that I have tried to curate and keep for the long haul. And you guys know Sweet Plum Pastry is a gem. Now, the Rum Pum Plum that's available right now is very, very good. And if you cannot get this, please put that in your club and keep it there until or if this thing comes back for something or other. But this is a fall bakery juicy plum tart. It's just fabulous. And it throws very, very well. I think the Rum Pum Plum will get a little bit better as it ages, but that one, for a bakery bar, is pretty much a boomer. Okay, Rustic Lodge. This is the one that I, silly girl, took out of my club. Not quite as much of a crisis as Cozy Fireside, but close. And I will never take it out again. This is my November log cabin smell. It's got crunchy leaves, it has oak moss, it's got wood smoke, it's got pine, it's got everything that November and early December should be. And if you want a super woodsy Christmas, this is great, but I just think it's a really good one to straddle fall and winter. Kind of been talking about that in the last couple of videos for various reasons. Here's another one. This is one of the home runs of the bakery department, Stroop Waffle Delight. This is a powerhouse. It will blast you out of your home quick as you can say Bob's your uncle, even if he's not. And this is, oh, you guys, this is like pumpkin pecan waffles without the pumpkin. Oh, it's so good. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just dripping in butter and cinnamon and goo, and it's amazing. The next one is Painted Leaves. And this is a scent, I'm going to keep this in my club probably for the long haul because it is such a classic. And people even come looking for this. And I do not sell my bars. Know that. I'm not that kind of person. But if you're in my family or you're a friend of mine, you might be able to beg a Painted Leaves off of me. And that happened recently. So this is really good. It is very strong. It's kind of like Sweater Weather from Bath & Body Works, but it is more sharp. It's a little bit more aggressive than that. So as we are going into late fall, you get to this point where you're kind of over the spice, but you're not ready for evergreen, and that Painted Leaves is really, really good, but it's exhilarating and very strong. I prefer to mix it with Around the Campfire, but some of you can do it straight up. So the next one is another Sweet Orange and Evergreen, and this is, I have to have two, because that means if I skip a shipment, I'm only getting 6 of these, and this is a bar I will burn through November and December. Next one, Cozy Spice. Here's another gem from back in the day. I've been stacking these so I can melt them November and December. This was from the Cozy Collection. I think it is the best bar. Now, I miss Cozy Cabin. I have a couple of those I got off the black market, and I'm going to have to make myself melt that. That has bayberry, which is a note that Scentsy seems to be shy of doing anything with. Anyway, I'm digressing. Cozy Spice, it is nutmeg, it's creamy, it's soft. If you don't even like spices, you would like this bar. I am really surprised that they never bring that back. I think it would be an amazing seller in the catalog, but it is so good. Maple Vanilla Glaze. Now, here's a boomer from last year. You guys have probably heard my funny hotel story, but about the beginning of October last year, I went away on a marriage retreat with my husband, and I took my Scentsy with me, and this was a new release that I was testing out. I had no idea that 2 cubes of this bar in my hotel room would go all the way down the hallway to the elevator, and thankfully it smells like really good maple French toast and coffee, so nobody knew that it was the crazy Scentsy lady with stuff just completely taking over the hotel. So this is a boomer. Thankfully, it only goes for about 8 to 10 hours and dies, because otherwise that would choke you out if it went for a week. It is such a saturated mapley vanilla. It's so good, you guys. Just gourmand, decadent. Like, it's a fix kind of a bar. You do it on a Saturday morning and then you're so over it by the evening, but it's so good. It's great. Cozy Cashmere. Here's the other one that I did save from the Cozy Collection. If you are familiar with Cozy Cardigan, make it more blackberry and musk and cashmere, and that's what you get here. Soft, cuddly, cozy, beautiful winter scent. Like, you want to have a big, cuddly sweater. and some really fancy body care when you are enjoying that one. The next one, now this one might be on the bubble for me. This is Bamboo Yuzu. I really like this, but I think that I like Cocoa Lime better, and I always club that in between the fall, winter, and spring, summer season. And I'm kind of getting a stack of this, and I'm not melting through it, but it's so good. It's one of Scentsy's best limey, bright scents. Very similar to the Pineapple Dragon Fruit from last summer, if you've never smelled this one. So it's got yuzu, it's got lime, it's sweet, it's tart, it's really, really nice. But I don't know if I need to keep carrying this in my club, especially with, and here's the hard part. When you carry a club for as long as I have, you can see some of these are old bars that I've got in here. You cannot just keep stacking the money up like it happens when you just keep adding more and more things. You have to cut something. And then there's this argument in your head about what do I cut and not regret later. Cozy Chai, this is one we're never cutting. This is another favorite of mine. And even though I say that, I really need to get busy melting it because I haven't melted it maybe at all this fall, which is a terrible thing to say. Oh, it's so good, you guys. It's a chai latte with kind of a caramely vanilla undertone. It's got almost gingerbread spices. It is delicious. And it is a boomer. A few of you were able to grab this in a flash sale, I think, over the summer, and you thanked me when you got it in your warmers, even people that don't like spice, because that is an amazing bar. Here's another one. This was from a holiday trio. This is a gem of a bar. Hazelnut frosting. Oh, you guys. This is a subtle bar. I actually melt this one in my bedroom sometimes. This blows last year's buttercream whatever Scentspirations thing out of the water. This has hazelnut, ginger, and the best buttercream, but the nutty, subtle hazelnut qualities of this. This is the best buttercream bar we've ever made. Well, except for apple butter frosting, but that's in my bi-monthly club, so we don't have to compare it to this one. And the next one, here it is. This is the bar of all bars. This is the bar that would be left standing if everything else had to leave. Cozy Fireside. This is the one that just makes my heart happy. This is Christmas in a bar. I took it out. Silly, silly girl. And last year they put it in Scents of the Season. It's in my club for forever. Don't worry, I will not take it out. I think I have 12 downstairs. And I get one 3 times a year. And what's really goofy is it's my favorite bar, but I will only melt it like 2 weeks around Christmas, so they stack up. Cranberry Pumpkin Spice. Now here's one of my favorite Thanksgiving smells. And I've talked about this a lot in the last couple of videos because it's that time of the year. So it's equal amounts of cranberry, creamy spices, and pumpkin. It's gorgeous. It's very Yankee-like, and it's just a happy bar. This was a Harvest Trio a couple years ago. Next one on my pile. Oh, now here's one. I'm almost done with my brick, and I am so glad that this is in my club. I wish it was in my bi-monthly, but it is what it is. Sweet Orange Pomander is my favorite orange spice scent ever from Scentsy. It's so heavy on the spices. It's fabulous for a spiceaholic like myself. And it's got this orange peel thing. They say sweet orange. It's not. It's like dried orange peels with tons of spices. Like you open your spice cabinet. Oh, it's fabulous. If you like Home Sweet Home from Yankee, this is a little bit heavier duty, but it's very similar to that. Okay, now here's another one where I'll probably end up clubbing this at the end of the season, but for right now I just wanted an extra, and that is Cashmere Leaves. This was in our Harvest 5-bar bundle, or you can get them separated. Oh, this is such an interesting bar. It's sweet, baked apple, and spices, and sort of a leafy outdoor note all at the same time, like crunchy dried leaves. Very complex, difficult to describe, very good. I think most people would like that. If you're looking for something to try or something to gift, Cashmere Leaves, I think, is one of the best right now. I can't imagine anyone not loving that. The next one here is Forever Fall. Now this went into my bi-monthly club, but this was hard to get a couple weeks ago. Oh, I am just loving this. I don't know why, because my first bar of this, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to like this. And I've just gotten addicted to it. Plus, the bars have evened out. They're better, the oil distribution. It was too much squash by a lot, the very first bar that I got. And now this is just, oh, such good pumpkin and deep brown sugar. It is so yummy. The next one is Coastal Sunset. Now, this is in here for my younger daughter. It's a really good musky summer coconut with lots of sandalwood. It's fabulous. And if they pulled this, I would be sad. So I'll probably just keep this until we see what the next spring summer catalog is. But if we have a budget crunch, that's a bar I could live without. Okay, more Forever Fall. And that's just because between now and Thanksgiving, I'm going to be busy doing my baked pumpkin bars. First day of fall. This is for my daughter. This is a sharper one. It's got golden woods and it's got the sort of cinnamon nutmeg. It's definitely got nutmeg spice. But unlike Cozy Spice, this is interesting because these are 2 bars. It's rare that you get a bar that's nutmeg and it's in the notes. These are 2 bars that are so different. Cozy Spice is nutmeg forward, but it's creamy. There is that sharpness from nutmeg, but it's balanced. Whereas for me, the first day of fall, it's just sharp. Like, I still like it, but it's not my absolute favorite. So this one is for my younger daughter, but that's interesting. There are very few bars where you can claim that nutmeg is the spice note, and I can get it in both of these, even though they're quite different. All right, the next one that I've got in here is, another Cashmere Leaves. Shocker. I guess I wanted to stock up a little bit. The next one's going to be White Sands. This is a beautiful bedroom scent for spring, summer. This was in our last Bring Back My Bar. I just keep it in my quarterly because I don't go through that many of it. But it's so good. It's got jasmine and rice milk and beautiful, just floaty, tropical goodness. It is so nice. Next one in here is Fall Into Love. Now, this is just because, again, I'm still trying out all of the Harvest bars, figuring out which ones I can't live without. I'm pretty sure this Fall Into Love is one where I want a couple more, but I do not need to club it. Because pretty much every year now, Scentsy comes out with some sort of a orange and balsam combination. Last year it was Wild for Fall. And I didn't love Wild for Fall. It sat for a year and I like it better. That will probably happen to me with this too. Because the balsam and the orange in here, oddly enough, I almost get a little bit of nail polish remover note from this. I melted it yesterday and I do really like it. It's just there's a difference between really liking a bar and loving a bar. So that one's probably not club worthy. But the Cashmere Leaves is becoming a love. The Forever Fall is absolutely a love. And I probably need to order another bar of Dutch apple bread and try again. My first 2 attempts with that did not like it. Next one here is Blue Sage and Tonka. Now they just retired this. This is for my older daughter. This is her fall bar. She loves it. And I am surprised that they pulled this. I know you can only have so many scents in your catalog every season, but this is really good, especially for people who need fall, but they don't like spice and pumpkin fall, because that's really not her jam. So this has the black lavender, the blue sage, and the tonka bean, and it is creamy and just gorgeous and kind of woodsy in a good way. Around the campfire. This was just that I'm going to be running low, and I threw a bar in a hurry in my club. Oh, it's so good, you guys. This and toasted marshmallow, this and cinnamon bear, this and one that I don't have in my club anymore and you can't get, iced pine and around the campfire. I might be able to do it with the new frosted winter, or what is it? I think it's called frosted white pine that we're getting in our scents of the season. That may be very good with this. I'll have to try that. Then, next one is, Hendrix. And here's a bar nobody else in my family likes. But I love it, and I had waited for truly years to get this back and bring back my bar, and we even just barely got it by the skin of our teeth in a special bonus edition. Oh, I love this. It's got patchouli, it's got tobacco, it's got pink peppercorn, it's got vanilla, it's got sandalwood. It is so warm, rich, complex, amazing scent. But everybody else tells me to take it out of the warmer. Autumn Blaze Maple. Here is such a good bar for this time of the year. I just did Autumn Blaze Maple yesterday and Maple Apple Bourbon. Oh, I was just in Elizabeth Quinn heaven when it comes to this is the type of scent I love for fall. The sweetness and the earthiness, the pumpkin, the maple, the woodiness. Couldn't make me happier. Just so happy. Next one, Black Forest Pine. Now this bar, I'll let you in on a little secret. I am working on all of my Christmas decor, and I decided that this year I would challenge myself. Number one, just to create trees that went into the rooms with all of the accessories, but to also either use a Scentsy bar as inspiration, or when I'm done with the tree, put a Scentsy bar with it as far as the feeling and the theme and the mood. So I may or may not be considering this for one of my trees. So that would mean that it has to be very foresty. It's got to be really deep and dark as far as the theme on the tree. because this is fantastic. Like smoked vanilla, peppered tangerine, and dark evergreen boughs. This is not your happy, oh, Christmas tree scent. This is moody, and it's fabulous. Love it. And that is also in there from my best friend who begs one bar of that off of me every year. Here's another bar, Woodland Suede, which I like, but it's more my younger daughter's kind of a deal. It's very mossy. It's fresh. It makes me think of September, where you are walking in the woods and you can tell that autumn is coming, but it's not really there yet. So it's actually, I should melt this one. It's so pretty. It's got some suediness, and it's got all that like mossy quality and a fresh, almost aquatic, outdoorsy, but yet very deep and woodsy at the same time thing going on. It's really, really nice. I think I just don't give that one enough press. It's really good. Next, and it's funny because you will even smell something in here and realize, wow, that's why it's in my club. And you forget, because as a consultant, we get buried in new tester bars all the time, especially this time of the year. And you forget why you put something like that in your club. I need to melt that. Red berry and spruce. This is fabulous, you guys. This is a very unique scent. Some people are comparing this to Holly Jolly Cider. I don't really see the comparison. This has spruce. This smells like a greenhouse, you guys. This smells like you brought your cranberry sauce into the greenhouse and you're like eating leftovers after Thanksgiving. And you're working with, and I know spruce is terrible to work with, but the scent of spruce, they nailed it. This is not fir. This is not pine. This is not balsam. This is not Scotch pine. This is blue spruce with berries. It's phenomenal, and I'm never taking this out. It is such a good bar. So that started out as a sense of the season, and I've just gotten to like it better and better over the years for Christmas. Lush Gardenia. Obviously, this is not for Christmas. This is just the most wonderful, heavy, powdery, cloying gardenia scent. It's so rich and gorgeous, and my mother and I both love this, and my older daughter. And so we just use this during the year. And I also like that with a couple of other bars that I've got in my quarterly club, no, my bi-monthly club, such as the Tiare and Coconut. Those go together very well in the summertime when you just want to be like choked out by romantic coconutty and gardenia florals. Summer Rain. I'm not taking this one out because just like Rustic Lodge, although not as emotional for me, I took it out and really regretted it. This is a beautiful summertime scent with cyclamen, fresh rain, black lava salt. It's really good. Very, very, almost a sweet rain smell. Very comforting in the summertime. Next one here is Kukui and Coconut, and I will not be taking this out. I really, really like this in the summer, and I don't know whether it's coming back next year. It's the most wonderful nutty bronzer suntan oil scent. It's delicious, and it's not super strong, but since we've now had this bar for a couple years, because first it was summer collection and then it was in the catalog, it's gotten strong enough that I really enjoy it, and it's worth keeping in my club. When we very first got that bar, and it was just in summer collection, a lot of people were very disappointed with performance, and I wasn't sure if I would club it if it came back, but it was worth it because it works pretty well now. White Out. I'm so excited this is back. This was a BBMB. I don't remember which round, but recently. This is one of my favorite, my absolute favorite peppermint bar, but one of my favorite combination of evergreen scents that Scentsy has made. This has a golden delicious apple, which I don't think we have that in any other smell. A really nice whisper of pine boughs, and there really isn't that much in here, just enough to keep the peppermint from being a biting kind of peppermint. And glorious peppermint. It's a medium to medium strong. I'm so excited that I can just load my warmers because I had been saving like a half of a clam of this for years, waiting for it to get voted back in BBMB. I love this smell. When I was first into Scentsy, this was in the catalog, and I wasn't sure about peppermint. I still don't love it. But when I smelled this bar for the first time, it just captured my heart, and I am so glad that I now have it back in quantity. 3 a year is plenty to be able to melt at Christmas time. I'm so, so happy. All right, now the White Pumpkin and Driftwood. This I'm considering clubbing because it's so unique. I need to melt it a couple more times. It's a powerhouse. It's almost so much of a powerhouse that I'm considering getting 5 or 6 bars of it and not clubbing it. Because this is probably one I'll melt 1 clam a year and be like, yeah, that was awesome, and I don't need it again until next year. Is there a sense like that? They are so good, but they're also a lot. It's kind of like having somebody with a big personality over, like you really enjoy it and then you're done and you need a rest. So, and I live with one of those, so that's not a derogatory comment. My husband is one of those people. What else do I have down in here? Oh, the other thing that I ordered that I forgot was a package of cotton cleanups. And at least in this one, this definitely wasn't my half off because I did the washer whiff tub. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth Scenes and Scents. I hope that you guys are informed about how Scentsy Club works. Please feel free to ask questions here or email me off of, you can get my contact information on my website, about Club, because I think it's the best thing that Scentsy has ever invented. I mean, aside from all of their wax bars themselves. And I hope that this was entertaining and enjoyable. This is Elizabeth with Elizabeth Scenes and Scents. I gotta figure out which of these I want to melt because there's some great stuff here. Enjoy saving special things in your club, especially for the most wonderful time of the year, because the sweet orange and evergreen and the cozy fireside, the sweet orange pomander, and the whiteout, and there's others here, but those especially, I am so glad in Rustic Lodge that I have them in my club so that I can celebrate with the perfect scents that make me feel connected to all my memories. And that's another thing that's amazing about Club. You never have to worry about not being able to reach for that particular bar that sets the mood for a specific thing in your life that you enjoy, because you've got the always bring back my bar, always get my bar perk in Club. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.